Welcome everyone. Hi, it's Michelle. Thought I'd bring you another spin class today. Now you know I love intervals. I'm not going to go on and on about it. If you want to know more about it, watch my previous YouTube. We are going to do intervals, but we're not going to do high intensity interval training today. Going to do a pyramid, we're going to do a ladder, we're going to do a pyramid variation with some standing, and that's about it. And we'll be exercising for about 35 or 40 minutes, including the cool down. Let's go ahead and get going. You might have a washcloth handy or a towel, water. Let's go ahead and begin. First things first, let's sit up nice and tall. Lift those ribs away from the pelvis, elongating the waistline, activating that transverse abdominal muscle. Roll those shoulders a little bit. A little side stretching perhaps is always nice. Certainly good during the breaks. Hinge forward from your hips. Good, don't lose that nice long spine. All right, you know, with the interval training we're doing today, we're not going to be resting like we do with HIIT training. We're going to be staying active. Not as active as during the working phases, but definitely continuing to work. Just allowing that heart rate to drop a little bit before your next push. Interval training is wonderful for your aerobic system and your anaerobic system. It's a lot of bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and settle into the bike. I've got my little home bike with my little bell. It works. It works. So check down at your pedals, would you please? Make sure that your feet are facing forward, you've got equal distribution across the balls of your feet, and that your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes. Always a good thing. Slide those shoulders down your back. Extend your fingers if you like and press those pinkies out. Try not to let too much weight rest in on your wrist. Try to keep a nice neutral wrist and back. Let's add a little gear. So find a place where you feel like you can, your heart rate is elevating, you're working, but you can come back here after the intervals, continuing to work. So it feels to me like it could be a very slow rising hill, more than a flat. Find the pedal around the clock. That's the pull up, that's the push down, that's the swipe off the bottom, that's that pull over and around the top. Neck nice and long. Sense the length of your spine, your tailbone to the top of your head. Sense the opening of your clavicles, your shoulder blades. So right now, if we're measuring between 1 to 10 scale, perceived rate of exertion, maybe around a 6. Heart rate's coming up. You could ride like this for a long time. Breathe. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and start our first interval. This is a pyramid. The time of our first interval will also be the designated rest time. Rest time will always be 30 seconds. Our first working phase is going to be 30 seconds. We'll be adding on to that. Ready? Let's go. 30 seconds. Come on. So now I'm getting up around 7, 8. Try to stay nice and stable. Breathe. You got 10 seconds on this interval. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, so go ahead and just come back to that warm-up pace. Still working. Breathe with it. You can inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Find that breath in the back of your ribs. More lung capacity there for you. We have a minute work phase. Let's go. Now don't give up your form when you push hard. Form's important. Let's go. Check that right leg, left leg. Seconds. Come on. Yes, you can. Lean into your left arm as well as your right. Balance it out. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30-second break. Keep pushing. We're going to 90 seconds. I know it's a little fast and furious. Don't push too hard. Listen to your body. New day, new body. Make sure you're pulling up. It really helps. You ready? 3, 2, 90 seconds. Let's go. Tighten that seatbelt right across your hips. Elongate that waistline. Notice if you're rocking more right or left. Find the 360 on those pedals. Go broad. Across your shoulders, that is. And your back. I'm around 8 or 9 here. 30 seconds to go. Try to be consistent. Try to hold it. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Good work. Try to keep working here. Back to that warm-up speed. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Let the shoulders move, the head move. Breathe. We're going to 60 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. 60 seconds. Shorter than the last one. Get nice and long from that sacrum up through the neck. Connect it, connect the dots. Feel free to adjust those gears. Working at the level that works for you. Nice work, you guys. 15 seconds. Almost there. Warm up speed. Check your alignment. Zip up that seatbelt. Fasten the seatbelt across the hips, like the airline seatbelt. Get ready. 2 more. Last one. Come on, 30 seconds. Let's go. Hunker down, but don't lose your form. Heavy elbows, wide elbows, wide shoulders. Do anything for 30 seconds. That's it, you guys. 1 minute break before we come to our ladder. Breathe. So easy as you get tired to lose that form. It's a little checklist for me. Pedals, legs, back and front, in and out. Core, from behind the pubic bone, draw in and up, under the ribs. Okay, we have a ladder. We duplicate the working phase to the rest phase. Ready? 4, 3, 15 seconds, go. Second break. You guys really try to keep that connection going in your recovery gear, your recovery level. Ready? 30 seconds, let's go. Head's gonna fall, keep it up. 360 on those pedals. Second break. Active recovery, active is the key word. Take a drink of water if you haven't. We have 60 coming up. 60 work, 60 rest. That's worth working for, right? This is called a ladder. Let's go. Connect your core to your legs. Really helps the power. Find the back of the legs. Press out a little with the pinkies. Halfway there. Seconds. 10, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you're exercising at home, nice to have a, well, I'm assuming you are. You're not going to be watching me on the road. Don't do that. Have a fan nearby. Last night it was really warm. So I got my towel nice and cold and wet. Put it on my neck. Makes a huge difference. Huge difference. We're still in our 60-minute recovery active. Okay, you guys ready? This is a biggie. It's 90 seconds push, 90 seconds recover. Try to sustain your working. Ready? Let's go. Coming out to a perceived rate of exertion of about 8, 8.5, 9. Notice if you're leaning more in one arm. I always go dominant. Find the other side and you'll find your core there too. Pull up. Push down. Find the top. Find the bottom. Breathe. Map your breath. Wide collarbones. Keep that elongation. 30 seconds. Let's go. Getting tired for sure. Keep pushing. Come on. 15 seconds. Oh yeah. 90 seconds. After recovery, relax your shoulders. You might sit up tall. Make sure you're still working. Stretch your wrists. The other way. Find your length. Seat belt. Draw up from behind the pubic bone. Behind the ribs. Bring my hands back. Open the shoulders a little bit. As hard as I try to keep them open, they're gonna get tight. We have 15 seconds. Actually, a little longer than that. Let's go 15 from here. Okay, you all right? Good. Smiling collarbones. Okay, so this is a variation of a pyramid. We're going to be seated flat. Breathe. We've got 3 minutes on that seated flat. All right, come on, bring it up a bit. Because it's 3 minutes, I'd really like you to work on sustaining, right, your effort. Maybe don't push so hard right in the beginning. All right, find your less dominant leg, please. So you're starting to get a little breathless. Take a gear off. Not enough work? You know what to do. Checking that form. I'll always start at my tailbone, my sacrum. Really sinking that in to my pelvis to activate multifidi. From that tailbone sacrum all the way up to the top of my neck. More space. Breathe. Keep going, you guys. All right, we only have about a minute left on this. From there, we're going to do half that amount in a gear that pushes you back in your seat, where you know it's going to feel easier to stand up, right? So I'm going to start adding a little gear on 4, 3. I'm not standing up yet. It's really pushing me back. You can see my effort. You guys, let's stand up. Here we go. We have a minute and a half. Breathe. Keep your butt back. Your butt is tapping the front of your seat, right? The pressure is straight down. You guys, I'm going to adjust my gears. It's a little light for me for a heel. Try to find the beat. Check that seatbelt. Draw those hips together. Transverse abdominis, supporting that low back. We have about 30 seconds. Let's go. Straight down. Straight down. Check your wrists. Very light. What's your rate of perceived exertion? 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down. You have active recovery. Active recovery is half of your climb. Focus on your breath or your connection to your pedals, your pedal stroke. Keep your mind active on something other than your fatigue. All right, guys, we have 2.5 minutes flat. Let's go. So I'm going to go back to a lighter gear. Could be a long flat. Could be just a very, very gradual hill. Harder climb coming up, seated. So this is just active recovery. Let the heart rate drop a little bit. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, maybe add another gear. Work a little harder now. 2.5 minutes. All right. Drop in to body awareness. Listen to the music. Map your right and left side. Find the less dominant. Bring it in. So, rate of perceived exertion. 7.5, 8, 8.5. What's your breath pattern like? Is it in nose, out mouth? All mouth? somewhat. Wiggle your toes. Sense the thigh bone in the hip socket. Trying to keep the pelvis still. Little wipe. 5-second cheat. This is Tour de France by Kraftwerk. You ready? 2-minute push. Let's go. Okay, double check. Tailbone, sacrum, lumbar spine, thoracic spine, cervical spine. Breathe. Double check. Inside support. Outside support. It's hard when you get tired to keep your form. Agreed. I'm gonna go more left leg. About a minute. Seconds. Put yourself someplace you love to ride. It's inspirational. 15 seconds. Gear up. Ready? 1 minute. Let's go. Lots of core. Tap that butt on that seat. Shoulder shift. Seconds. 5 seconds. Break. Active recovery. 30 seconds. Let's go. Come on. 30 seconds. Recovery, guys. Real recovery. So nice. heart rate monitors, always take advantage of that. Tour de France. Nice job. Bring your gear where you'd like to for a little easy riding and stretching. Place those hands on the hips, elongate your spine. Now move your feet. Really feel that articulation through the ankles. Right, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Breathe. Such a great job. Really nicely done. Adjusting my gear. Make sure you're comfortable on your seat. Not going to fall forward and back. Let's roll those shoulders forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. It's those smiling collarbones. Right, opening. They round. They crown. Let's do a single arm. Here we go. So I'm adding a little rotation, you guys, in that upper body. My hips are staying still, gathering in and up from under the ribs. Good, let's go ahead and try that other arm. Little rotation, pull back and down. Pull those fingers in and open them. Sense the web spacing. Good, let's bring both of those hands behind our back. You guys, grab your wrist, roll your shoulders open, make sure they're not rounding. Roll them open, see if you can pull back and down a little bit, lifting the sternum, opening the collarbones, head floats up naturally. Good, bring your arms forward, back, trying to strengthen the muscles in the back body, bringing some balance in. Hold it here. Now grab the other hand behind your back. Okay, it's easy to do this. Roll your shoulders open, lift your chest. Collarbones are smiling. If you smile with your mouth, you'll feel it even more. Let's reach those arms forward and back. Forward, back. You're working with your Dynabands, your cables. Let's bring those arms up and down. Feel that gentle arch in the upper back, not forcing it through the low back. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's great. Now I know you can't see my feet, but I'm going to stop with one foot forward, dropping my heels. Now, I'm going to hinge back. I'm going to rest my hands on my forearms on my handlebars. My hamstrings are long enough to take this. If yours are tight, come up higher. Imagine somebody is pulling you back. Widen those sitting bones, widen your collarbones. Breath from the inside out. Let's change legs. So feel the stretch, not being forced from the front of your ankle, but really being active in the reach through the heel. Feels great. And coming back, you guys. Now, I would definitely suggest doing some quad stretches. Let's just do a little side stretch here. And you can reach this arm down and hold onto your bike somewhere. I'm right underneath the seat. Pull those ribs in and up. Head is back, not forward. And then you can pulse those fingers a little bit. This can be a fascial release, just a little pulse through your fingers. Breathe. Good. Let's sit up nice and tall. Taking the hand under the seat, bike seat, or your seat. Good, pull those ribs in and up, side bending over. Good. Make sure you're not hyperextending the straight leg. In fact, I'm going to switch legs because I had that. Oh, that's better. Yeah, drop the heel, straighten the leg on the arm that you're reaching overhead for a greater psoas stretch. And then take those fingers and just do a little pulsing. For a fascial release, you might feel a little deeper, maybe iliopsoas. Come back to center, put your hands behind your head. Push your head back into your hands. Feel how that activates your core and elongates your spine and your neck. Try to keep that length as you release your hands out by your side. Give yourself a hand. Great interval training. I hope to do some hills next time, running and slow climbing intervals. So I hope you'll join me then. Until then, be healthy, be well, and gratitude for you coming today. Thank you so much. See you next time.